So what we're going to do is kind of a fun little roundtable of what we would pick as sort of like our personal favorite Nick Cage movie. And then we'll bring in some of the other fun ones. And if you end up posting up later on, we're going to have sort of the viewer interaction. And we want you to submit your personal favorite Nicolas Cage movie. Could be any of his direct-to-video stuff, or could be some of his classics and greats. But we look forward to that. And what I'll do first is I will start it off with my personal favorite. One I saw at least maybe 3 times in the movies because it was so cool. And it personally helped me fall in love with the Mustang as a car. And that is Gone in 60 Seconds.
Shelby GT.
Nice.
That, Eleanor. That car is awesome. But that movie was like, I don't know, like, was it, Anthony, I don't know if you or the guys, you guys too, maybe refresh my memory, was it produced by Bruckheimer Productions?
I think so.
Because it really had like a Michael Bay feel, even though it definitely was not directed by Michael Bay. But it just was perfect. Like Nick Cage, the perfect kind of like vehicle for him to do his own thing. Like he's able to have his own little like idiosyncrasies. Like when they're enacting the plan and he kind of like does his little shake of his hands. He's ready, and then, all right, go. And everybody splits up and does their thing. One of my personal favorite things in the movie is when I think it was like Scott Conn and one like the younger guys are going around trying to find one of the cars, but it's like in this like suburban complex, and they can't find the house, and they keep driving around. He's like, I don't know, guys, we're stuck in suburbia hell. I use that phrase to this day. If I have to go anywhere, it's just like rows and rows of houses, and you're just out in the suburbs. Like, this is suburbia hell. But that movie's awesome, man. I mean, obviously Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi, who's been in a whole bunch of other good stuff lately. But also, you know,
Delroy Lindo playing a cop. Classic.
Classic Delroy Lindo. You had also Robert Duvall as the owner of the shop. What was his name?
Timothy Oliphant was
Timothy Oliphant was at randomly. He's the other detective with Delroy Lindo, but then you also have Christopher Eccleston.
Oh yeah.
Raymond Calitri.
Doctor Who.
I want 50 cars. You're going to give me 50 cars. But the
not
chase,
49.5.
yeah, 49 and 3/4 or whatever you gave me. Like, no, I mean, the chase sequences are great. It's well shot. The music is very like, it's like Michael Bay-esque in terms of the movie, like the music. Like, I forget, like, it just has that type of big to it. And if you love cars, like, that was when like movies about cars were really starting to come through. But I think it really did balance the whole idea of this whole, we're doing a heist because I'm doing it. He was technically doing it for family.
Yeah.
He was, you know, like,
stole the idea.
I think, when did Fast and Furious come out? The first one?
I don't know.
2001?
02 or something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
2001 or 02.
So Fast and Furious totally cribbed off of Gone in 60 Seconds.
What is that, 99?
2000.
Nice.
Yeah. Get wrecked. I mean, that's my praise. I love the movie. I mean, the movie's really well done.
It is a cool movie.
What about you guys? Have you guys seen it?
No, I have not.
No? Oh, man. We
Gone
got
in
it.
60 seconds.
No?
They
That
have
was going to be
not?
my backup. So
I'm glad. I
We should
thought
watch
Danny
it.
for sure is like, oh, Gone in 60 Seconds, easy.
Oh, man.
So I was like, did I just steal Danny's movie? But no, man.
No,
Gone
no.
in 60 Seconds. Obviously, Nick Cage is great stuff, but I can't, like, if that movie ever shows up on like basic cable, I sit down and watch it. Like, it's just that entertaining. It's that good. Everybody does their parts right.
Is it on any streaming service that you know of?
That is a great question.
Oh, check.
And the answer is going to be probably. The answer is probably. Prime Video.
Oh,
for free?
For free, yeah. Watch right now, included on Prime Video. So you guys,
Cool.
you kids got homework. Trust me, it's really good.
and Peacock.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. So with that, since these guys haven't seen Gone in 60 Seconds, I kind of want to, Anthony, do you want to go next, or do you want to give any of the young kids a shot?
Doesn't matter to me.
You could go.
Okay.
All right, hit me.
My pick will be Matchstick Men.
Wow,
I have not seen that one either.
That's
All
a good pick.
We should just do a Nick Cage weekend. We gotta learn these kids something.
Matchstick Men. Tell us
Matchstick
about
Men,
it.
It's I don't want to say too much about it, but it's Nick Cage plays it's Nick Cage and what's his face? Mr. Hammer from the Marvel Universe.
Mr. Hammer?
Yeah, what's his name?
Sam Rockwell?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell and Nick Cage. It's a con man movie. They both play con man. And it's really cool, really fun. It's pretty much Mind Games the movie. So if you just like twists and turns all around, people getting screwed over. These guys are at the top of their game of being con artists. It's really cool, really fun movie. I highly recommend it, and we should definitely add it to the weekend Nick Cage list since you guys haven't seen it.
That's a really good one. Yeah,
And it's low key too. I don't know that many people that have seen it.
Yeah,
But everyone that I've known that has seen it, like, they really like it. So
it's true. Like it does the whole like, oh, you're going to go ahead and maybe like again, like there's twists and turns, and so like what one thing is actually a con, but then the con like it's just there's like these building layers.
it's like an Inception before Inception.
Yeah, but it's still like fun. It's got some drama, but it's a little bit, it has its fun lighthearted moments. I haven't seen it in such a long time.
He does a great job in that movie. He has severe OCD in that movie, so every time they show him like going in his house, you see like all his rituals that he has to do when he's in his house. So it's classic Nick Cage stuff where like he will have to like turn the lights on multiple times, or he has like multiple locks on his door, and his whole house is like pristine, super clean. If anything is out of order, he like freaks out. But it's funny.
I think around that time, like again, bringing up Gone in 60 Seconds, like he was playing these characters that had these fun little idiosyncrasies that he just really sold really well. Like in Gone in 60 Seconds, he has this whole thing where he's very superstitious on certain things and things you can and can't do in this certain time, and and obviously you bring that into the table of like being quote unquote the best carjacker like in history, but then you got to steal 50 cars in one night. Like that's a whole like thing in of itself, and then you add to the other bits of layers and drama. It's really good. But Matchstick Men, that's a good one. Good pick, man. I'm gonna do the research here. I believe you have to have Cinemax if you want to stream it. Just rent it.
Sorry.
Just rent it. It's gonna be good. It'll be worth your time.
Not bad.
All right.
Next.
So I'll go up next. Now, before I go, I'm just gonna mention one of the comments we have. We have Ghost Rider was pretty dope with him,
but just part one. Arguably, I kind of like.
You guys need to watch
better.
part two. It's
It's
not good, but
part two is just weird.
It's entertaining.
It's pretty wacky. Yeah,
it's entertaining. It's not good, but it's entertaining. Like,
who was the director for that one again?
I forgot their names, but it's the same. It's the same people that did the Crank movies. So if you've ever seen the Crank movies, then you know what you're gonna get into watching the second Ghost Rider movie.
Oh yeah,
Was it called Spirit of Vengeance, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He and I we had seen the Crank movies before him. Like, oh, they're doing the Ghost Rider movie, and then we saw it
just on principle. We're like, oh, we have to watch.
We have to watch it on principle, and oh man, it
was something.
It was a movie. That was nuts. Like that was a movie that like it didn't take itself seriously. Like there was the whole bit in the quarry was nuts.
Like honestly, I prefer that one more than the first one, even though like it's not good. But it's just that
no,
it's because they knew that what they were making was just so ridiculous that like they just did whatever they wanted. I felt like the first one was trying to be like a serious movie. It was like this guy has like his head turns into flames and he's a skull. Like they were like, I don't know. It was the first one was okay. It came out back when they were still doing the early Marvel movies, so it was pretty good.
Yeah. Just wait. It's a whole lot of fun. So nice.
But
nice
I don't know
pick
if
from the
that's any
chat.
of your picks. So if it is any of your picks, then
Whoops.
we could just start
No.
talking about it.
It's not one of my picks.
Damn.
Hopefully not yours.
No.
I think I know what yours is.
The writer.
Maybe.
Okay,
All
so
All right,
it.
Danny, hit me.
I went
What do you
with
got?
the least obvious choice.
Prudes.
So I went with a movie that came out last year.
Oh.
I'm not sure if any of you have seen it, but
I
it's
know
called Pig.
Esau
Oh,
Pig.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
tell the listeners if they haven't seen Pig yet or know what it's about.
well, just to give you a brief rundown of it, it's a farmer who has a pig, and that pig is mainly used to get truffle,
Mm-hmm.
to hunt truffle, and then he sells truffle and makes a business out of that. But one day his pig goes missing after it gets stolen from someone.
Not missing, but
God.
stolen.
Okay.
People learn not to steal beloved animals from certain recluses.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't seen John Wick or something.
They clearly haven't seen John Wick. And then pretty much we have a movie with Nicolas Cage going on the hunt for his pig.
Nice.
And it is brutal, sad,
No.
just a fun time. I enjoyed it.
Brutal, sad,
It's
then.
just a fun time.
It's everything.
But a fun time nonetheless. Emotions will be had.
I think you could say that for a lot of Nicolas Cage movies, but
Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch.
his acting was pretty good
The
in this one,
Wicker
though.
Man.
Like,
Yeah,
it was good.
It was he puts it all. He puts it all out there. Like that's one thing he'll say. He'll never phone it in. That's for sure.
you also have Alex Wolff in the movie.
Oh, really?
Which he was in Hereditary.
Yeah,
So
I've not seen Hereditary.
I have. And yes, that made me think twice about sticking my head out of my car.
oh my god, yes.
That's all I have to say. That and the score for that movie is really trippy, but it's like done really well. Like especially like the whole last sequence, like that music still lives in my brain. It's really creepy. But that is
How
Pretty
creepy.
freaking cool.
Is it like a lot of repetition or
no, it
lot of,
isn't. It's very
dominoes? Like
no, it's like it's really like it's sort of like the word I use for it is like euphoric, but like it's not for something happy. Like you're like, oh wow, like it's sort of like it's sort of the culmination of something. So it's almost like a sense of like accomplishment. So it's kind of grandiose, but it's also like sonically it sounds really creepy, and it fits perfectly for what's going on in the movie. Even though like the last end of the movie it's an Ari Aster film, so it kind of gets kind of wild at the end, but it fits perfectly. The music fits perfectly what's going on. But Pig, I remember seeing that 'cause I think it's on Hulu.
It is on
it?
Hulu.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I saw it.
I
on
wanted
Hulu.
to see it, but I never.
Yeah,
got
it's
around to
on
it.
Hulu, so totally worth watching.
People were saying, "Oh, he should have been nominated this past Oscars." I was
for
like,
Pig?
really? For Pig? Was he that good? Or
I mean, I got time. I'll watch it tomorrow. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
let me know what you think.
I'm ready, 100%. Nice. All right, good pick, man. I like that. Zach, what do you got?
All right, so
I hope he picks the one I think.
I hope so too. That's why I didn't pick it.
oh man, okay. I mean, I don't know
The
if
Cruise.
it's what you're thinking of. It might.
I
it might
think I
not
know what
be.
he's gonna pick.
So I picked this movie. He's not the main character,
Mhm.
but he is the highlight and very underrated.
Nice. I think
Nice.
I know
In
what
this
it is.
movie.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
No, I thought you were gonna pick Kick-Ass.
Okay.
As Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man Noir.
I think the writers gave him some of the best lines
Yes.
in the movie as a whole. But I mean, the best lines I mean, he was a highlight of the movie. Very
Hilarious.
very hilarious. Probably like underrated. I mean, a lot of people I'm sure don't even realize that he's in the movie unless you look up the casting list. But very very hilarious, very underrated in that film. It stole a lot of the great funny moments. In this
Oh,
movie.
some of the bits like between him and Miles were just hilarious.
Like I had to pull up some of the quotes because
Thank you, because I was
Oh,
gonna go
yeah.
digging.
I just
Oh.
love like not even stuff that he says. It's like just the stuff that the character does. And then
Yeah.
other characters like, where is the wind coming from?
Yeah,
like I was
it's-
actually gonna bring that up because the way that the character is written and it's just because of the period the time period he's from, and them just and the writers being just kind of comedic about it, like with the wind.
Mhm.
Everyone's just kind of wondering like, oh, is that wind? Like where's
Yeah,
the
it's
wind
like
coming
his-
from? We're in a
his-
basement.
His
Why
coat is always
Yeah,
blowing
it's
in
like,
the
why
wind.
is your cape doing
And
that?
he goes, wherever I go, the wind follows. And the wind smells like rain.
The wind smells like rain.
That smells like rain. Like, yeah, and it was so like with aplomb. Like it reminds
His delivery is just
yeah, his
fantastic.
delivery reminded me of Keanu Reeves in Toy Story 4 as Duke Kaboom. Like how he's just like totally embracing that thing. It was freaking hilarious. But you have others. I want to know some of the other lines or like
some of the
refresh
other
our
quotes
memory.
that I pulled were Okay, so this one is sometimes I let matches burn down on my fingertips just so I can feel something. Anything.
Oh my
Anything.
God.
Yeah.
He lights it up and he goes, ow.
Yeah, because that's when they're everybody's talking about their kind of like their particular story or like their perspective and how the Penny Parker like has her own stuff with the robot and Peter Porker is doing his own thing and how they just meshed for so well together. It's freaking awesome.
And then the last line that I wanted to highlight was at the end of the movie where right before he jumps into the portal, he goes, "I'm taking this cube thing with me. I don't understand it, but I will."
But I will.
The
and the
the
cube
Rubik's
thing
Cube?
is totally a Rubik's cube, 100%. It is absolutely a Rubik's
You didn't
cube.
understand it because it had multiple colors.
And he's black and
Yeah.
white. Like,
Yeah, he's like, I don't
He
get
only
it.
knows black and white.
That's what's probably the case too. He's just like he doesn't see anything else in the spectrum.
I think there was another moment early in the movie where he's like, "Is this purple?" And I was like, "No." "Is it blue?" "No."
No, is it blue? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he just goes, no, man, no. Oh man, that's great because then my first introduction into like Spider-Man Noir was there was a game that came out I think in like I don't know if it was 2008, 2009 or something like that. 2010 was Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and
I vaguely remember.
and you got to play as 4 different Spider-Man. You got to play as the Ultimate Comic Spider-Man. You got to play as 616 Spider-Man. You got to play as Spider-Man Noir, and then you got to play as I believe it was Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, so you got to have like fun different gameplay styles and really kind of and you got to get different villains from each of their different areas. So like all the Noir villains were really cool. Like they had Vulture and Green Goblin looked really cool. He's just Green Goblin with Tommy guns. You're like, that's freaking sweet. You had a version of Doc Ock from 2099, and I think Scorpion. I think you have Rhino in the main continuity. I think there was Venom and Electro in the Ultimate Universe, and a couple others. I think and Mysterio.
every time.
We have to.
Mysterio is like the ultimate bad doing some stuff, and Madam Web had to bring in different the different Spider-Man together to help kind of bring it all into place. But cool that they got to take Spider-Man Noir and give him a little bit of a fun twist to it, but you still have the grounding bits of what makes, a Spider-Man Spider-Man. And Nick Cage added to the over theme of Into the Spider-Verse was all about.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, made a great movie even better.
For
Good
sure.
pick. Yeah, I like
Speaking
that
of Madam Web, there's also going to be a Madam Web movie coming out.
pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is very surprising. Isn't Dakota Johnson supposed to be Madam Web?
Yes.
That's
She is.
really weird.
So far, they've announced Dakota Johnson, and then you announced Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria. She's going to be in.
Is that the blonde-haired girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Young Madam Web, and then Madam Web. No, just made that up. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna make a Madam Web movie, but if Sony tries to use Madam Web as like the nexus point for all of these different
Conduits.
connections and of continuities of stuff, hey, you know what?
I mean, they might want to connect the Spider-Verse movies too, like the animated movies into live action.
That would be so weird if you just have the animated people in like a live action form. Like, what are all these people doing here? That might happen.
We might be seeing that in
Beyond the
Doctor
Spider-Verse
Strange or Doctor Strange.
or Doctor Strange. Hey.
You never know.
I mean, Who Framed Roger Rabbit did it first, or like he did it well. So who knows? They might have to add a whole lot of that. It's scary.
That was just 4 Nicolas Cage films.
That's just 4. Yeah, it's
Four
4 out of
many.
98.
We gotta
You guys
come
have,
up
like-
with crazy to think.
Do you guys have
Is-
like any backups of?
Oh, yeah.
Other
Yeah.
ones that you liked.
I got some classics coming up.
I'll say a backup. My backup was National Treasure.
Nice.
And
Nice.
National Treasure
Both?
2.
Book of Secrets.
What about the TV show that's coming out
Nah,
that he won't be in?
no.
Are you gonna go steal the Declaration of Independence? I'm gonna kidnap the president. Like, that's just, it's so good. It's so good. Like, that movie is great for many reasons. Oh, it's also the first National Treasure movie. It's the first or one of the few movies where Sean Bean does not die in the movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler from all his movies.
From all his movies.
He dies in everything.
He dies in like everything. Yeah, like it's so hilarious to think. I was like, oh yeah, Sean Bean doesn't die in this. Cool. And on top of that, it's a fun heist movie. There's a bit of historical fiction built into it, and it's who is it? Stanley Goodspeed is his character. No, that's in The Rock. Sorry. Stanley is in The Rock. What was his
That's
name?
fine.
What was the name of
The Rock was the one I was gonna pick.
Oh well, I'll let you talk about that one.
No, no,
That's
we're just
freaking
doing
great.
quick. I don't want to talk too much about
National
it.
Treasure.
The
Okay,
Rock.
cool. The Rock,
Badass movie.
arguably his Michael Bay's best, right?
It's not. It's one of Michael Bay's best, but it's definitely full of Bayham. It's one of his best and cooler movies. It's not like Nick Cage's best acting performance, but he's just in a really good movie with Sean Connery and Ed Harris, a bunch of other good people. But yeah, The Rock. I'm sure The Rock is streaming somewhere.
With that, guys, we hope you loved our very quick but definitely, our quick roundup of some of our favorite Nicolas Cage movies. He's had a lot of other movies that you can have the option to go and see. We had a whole bunch of I'm pretty sure that we didn't mention in terms of like his bigger hits of the 2000s, and then he made some other movies like Knowing and Next. I remember Next being where he mathematically proved the future, and yeah, that's when it started getting a little ridiculous. But definitely still, he has an amazing and really fun library of movies to watch, and go ahead and watch them. Our picks we're gonna post up. We should have post up on our social media page, so give those a watch when you can. And hopefully we get these guys to watch Gone in 60 Seconds.
And go watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's out in theaters now.